Thanks for tuning into the Texas Scratch King channel. In this video you will hear about Sunnyboy's Grand Champion Talaus, the son of Grand Champion Gritler. The story begins with Stevenson was struggling to breed Grand Champion Gritler to Molly B. One-time winner. One-time lose gamist in show. So he asked me to come and help. I arrived and we tried, but Gritler was not interested and Molly was nearly over. In my attempts Gritler nearly took of my face as he got really frustrated and aggressive, but we succeeded after all. We were not expecting a big litter, for Molly was old and we only got one stuck. There were 6 pups in total. Klein Molly died very young with a full belly of pups by Jasper, a son of Lucane that was imported by Brainy Smurf. Then there was Jade, a 1XW. 1XGL. She lost to Grand Champion Gypsy. She produced 2 ROM dogs and 2-time winners and still has a big role in producing excellent stock. There was also Piper, a very big female that Megabyte took over and used for breeding. The famous Champion Countdown, a 7-time winner that lost 1 game to Champion X, was also part of the litter. Let's not forget the dead game 2-time winner Gator, one of the gamest dogs I've ever seen till this day. And last but not least Talaus, the gentle giant, was also part of the litter. Let's not forget the dead game 2-time winner Gator, one of the gamest dogs I've ever seen till this day. They were born in the very early hours. Talaus was the firstborn and my pick of the litter. I wanted to crop his ears. Stevenson told me, if you crop his ears you take him. You can't change your mind. I said, sure. But then the unthinkable happened. The very last pup that came out later known was the one I wanted. I fell in love and begged for him, but Stevenson did not budge. Talaus was a very soft-natured dog. Good with other dogs. Loved puppies. While he was staying at Savutus they went on a hunting trip, and when they came back they found Talaus sitting in front of the back door waiting for them. With 25 pit bulls chained on the yard. He didn't care about any of them. Clearly showing his intelligence again. At the same time my baby was born, and it turned out that Talaus is very good with kids also. I really believe he could have become a double grand champion if given the chance. Talaus was 16 months old when we first tried to roll him against his sire Gritler. Well, he wanted nothing of it. He just screamed and showed no interest. So I left him alone for 3 months and then tried again. He was a complete different dog now. He showed high ability, great strength and intelligence. A true yellow dog. For that 3 months we would climb steep cliffs and reach waterfalls where I dive down into the water, leaving him high up. Acting like I was drowning, then he would also jump in to come and save me. I loved my boy. We rolled Talaus one more time and we decided to take him out. A call came from K Club, who had a 1-time winner monster at 57.3 pounds. He ended his opponent's career in a very short time. Everybody was running from Dempsey. They asked if we were up for it. We sure did. We agreed and the date was set. On arrival Dempsey saw the pit from the back of the trailer and started shaking the trailer as if they had a mad bull inside. We all stood there still and looked worried. Sunnyboy's Talouse K Clubs versus Dempsey, 1-time winner and 1-time lose males at 58.5 pounds. The match was agreed between handlers to start at 1900, but K Club arrived late and the match only started at 2000. Dogs were weighed. Talaus coming in at 56.2 pounds and Dempsey at 59.9 pounds. Stevenson took the forfeit and the match was on. Both dogs started fast with Dempsey driving hard and Talaus on defense. The match stayed the same for the first 20 minutes with Talaus defending and Dempsey dishing out the pressure. 20 minutes into the match a bleeder was hit on Dempsey's shoulder and the match started to turn in Talaus's favor. At 26 minutes a turn was called on Dempsey, but the referee did not agree. At 30 minutes another turn was called on Dempsey and referee acknowledged. At 35 minutes Dempsey is running very hot and Talaus is dominating and seemed to have taken out Dempsey's left front shoulder. At 40 minutes Talaus is working down Dempsey very hard and K Club can see that Dempsey won't get back into the match. At 43 minutes the ref calls onto K Club to pick up their dog. K Club agreed and asked Stevenson for a courtesy scratch, which Stevenson agreed to, making Talaus a 1-time winner in 43 minutes. Dempsey made a stumbling courtesy scratch with great effort while Talaus was screaming from his corner to still get a piece of Dempsey. Talaus went like a bullet on his courtesy scratch. Talaus was conditioned and handled by Stevenson. Dempsey was conditioned and handled by K Club. Stevenson's Talaus versus Demon Kennel's Bruno males at catch weight. The match was agreed between handlers to start at 2000 and so it did. Dogs were washed and the ref called for dogs to be released. Dogs met in the middle. 15 minutes into the match turn was called on Bruno, who was struggling to breathe. Talaus did not seem to be interested in fighting at all, riding Bruno's ear, looking for no other means to fight. At 20 minutes into the match the first handle took place. Bruno was asked to scratch and so he did. At 30 minutes into the match, Bruno took control and another handle took place. Stevenson struggled to keep Talaus in his corner. Talaus scratched. At around 40 minutes Bruno got a hold of Talaus's jaw. Talaus still not interested in fighting and starts screaming. Stevenson is getting a bit concerned. At 45 minutes, another handle took place. Bruno was to scratch. When the ref called Bruno to scratch, Stevenson released Talaus that came flying out of his corner. Bruno was now totally in control of the match. At 52 minutes, Talaus started licking Bruno, who got hold of Talaus's penis. Talaus started screaming. This is probably what Talaus needed to take some action. After 3 more scratches at 104, Demon Kennels conceded the match. Sunnyboy and Stevenson were shocked by this. Bruno was doing well at this stage, but his owner probably knew better. Talaus is now a 2-time winner. Conditioned and handled by Stevenson. Bruno was conditioned by Demon Kennels and handled by Big Man. After the news spread about Talaus, we struggled to get some action. Nobody wanted to go into Talaus after his second, so we sent him to Megabytes. Talaus stayed there with his brother Countdown, who was already hard at work for his championship match, which was set up shortly after his second. Well, Talaus was not hooked up yet. 3 weeks before Countdown's match, Megabyte finally found an opponent for Talaus at 54 pounds to go on the same night as his brother Countdown at 54 pounds. That was 3.3 pounds under Talaus's lowest weight. The match was set to go. Before going into details, let's just have a quick look at what disadvantage Talaus is going in at. 1. He traveled from one county to another 1,056 miles. 2. His lowest weight is 56.2 pounds and he is going at 54 pounds now. On match night the competition weighed in at 56.2 pounds. Being 2.2 pounds over the agreed weight. But, guess what? Dogs were weighed. Max is 2.2 lbs over the weight. Megabyte took the forfeit and agreed to go on with the show. Sunnyboys' Talaus vs Sandman's Max males at 54 pound. The dogs were washed and taken in their corners. The ref called for handlers to release their dogs. Talaus took control from the word go, riding Max's ear and working the front shoulders. At 34 minutes Max got hold of Talaus's leg and he started to scream. Again, just what Talaus needed. Within the next 10 minutes Talaus destroyed his opponent's front shoulders. Max took too much damage. It cost him his life later on that night. Sandman conceded at 55 minutes. Max did not make a courtesy. Talaus however tested his handler's strength, for he was screaming and fighting to get some more of Max. You would swear he only just started. Sadly but gladly Talaus won his championship title in 55 minutes only to lose a very worthy opponent. R.I.P. Max. Countdown also became champion a day after. Talaus's next match was set up the same night. This time against Max's big brother Deacon. Sunnyboy's champion Talaus vs Sandman's Deacon males at 58.5 pounds. Champion Talaus weighed in at 58.5 pounds and Deacon at 59.5 pounds. Talaus is going uphill again. Megabyte took the forfeit again. Dogs were washed and taken to their corners. The dogs met in middle when Talaus got handled. Megabyte struggled to hold him in his corner. He screamed to get more of his opponent. The first handle was at 25 minutes. After 3 scratches each, Deacon stood the line and was counted out at 1 hour and 4 minutes. It was a relatively long match but a well-deserved win. Talaus is now a 4-time winner. Talaus's next match was on home ground at 25.5 kilograms into Mad Max and his cocaine dog. Sunnyboy's champion Talaus vs Mad Max's cocaine males at 57.3 pounds. Talaus at 56.8 pounds and cocaine at 54 pounds. Cocaine was a late replacement for Rascal, who died 3 weeks before the show. Mad Max had little time to get to know cocaine and do some work. Dogs were washed and the ref called handlers to release. Both dogs came out strong. Talaus took hold of cocaine's ear. Cocaine broke through Talaus's defense and punished his stifle. What more to say but deja vu. Talaus did it again. Not interested to fight at all. Only controlling. Not fighting. Cocaine on the other hand gave it all. Even lost a canine in the process. Great dog. Fought game to the end. Outclassing all those who went against Talaus. Except Bruno. Cocaine had no conditioning. Was rolled 4 weeks prior for 1 hour and 30 minutes. And with a new owner still did better against Talaus than those that were conditioned. And over the agreed weight. I must say. Go Cocaine. What a great dog. Finally Mad Max decided to pick up Cocaine, who finished off with a game courtesy scratch. Grand Champion Talaus vs Bullet males at 57.3 pounds. It was soaking wet because of the rain. Bullet took hold of Talaus's chest and worked it hard. Talaus screamed and tried his best to counter the attack. Without luck. Bullet took control and stayed in control for the next 30 minutes when a turn was called on Bullet. At the 45-minute mark the first handle took place. The fight went on. After 2 scratches each, Talaus fetched Bullet in his own corner. At the 1 hour mark Bullet is down and out. Talaus is completely in control. Working hard on Bullet's chest and shoulders for the next 40 minutes. Bullet starts to scream. And starts trying to jump the pit. But Talaus holds on. Bullet to scratch but decides to stay in his corner and look for place to jump the wall. Talaus is a 6-time winner. Now 1 hour and 50 minutes. In Talaus's whole career he was only bitten 3 times. He was a high-ability dog who could outclass any opponent by sitting on the side of the face. Just giving enough to frustrate and tire his opponent, and as soon as they go down he finishes them. Talaus is the product of a long line of great producers and grand champions. His sire is Grand Champion Gritler Register of Merit. And his grandsire is Grand Champion Sir Thomas. A 7-time winner whose grandsire is Grand Champion Yellow Register of Merit. Some say that Grand Champion Anderson the Spider Silva came closest to being like him. But I have never seen anything like him. It's a shame that he died of a bad case of parvo infection after his last. Thanks again for listening to the Texas Scratch King channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. And hit the notification icon so you know when a new one drop. Until the next time my friends, as we always say, never submit to life and keep scratching every time.